Hello guys, welcome back again in today's video. Guys, today I am so happy, so excited to welcome you in another vlog. We love you. Today is the first time of joining us in this family. You're highly welcome. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys for always coming back to watch my videos. Guys, today is going to be a very discussing video. So I would like you to pay attention to details because this video is going to help a lot of people out there. So guys, today we are going to be, this video is going to be long, so I want to, rush it. I know that it's going to take me a lot of data, to upload this video, but God will help us in Nigeria. One video you upload, you have already spent 1,000 naira on it, but that is not the problem. God is with us. So guys, today's video, I'm going to be telling you what you have been doing wrong against your element, against your chi, that you don't know, that has been affecting you. Look, lovelies, I want to put these things to you. Not all suffering, not all poverty, not all, sadness is from the evil ones. At times, it can come from your elements, where you come out from. My first video on knowing your chi, I think I made mention on how you can, appreciate your chi for the very first time if you haven't done so. That there is stages by stages. That is the first stage on that video. Now this second video is going to be second stage. What you need to do and how you are going to be doing it right. And the things that you needed to do to appear your chi. Your elements, where you come out from. There's 4 elements. Water, fire, earth, and air. Now, for example, someone that is water element cannot be performing, cannot be appealing or giving her water elements the sacrifice of fire element. It doesn't tally. It doesn't work hand in hand. It's just like when you are done with cancer and then you go to a pharmacist and ask them to give you malaria medicine. If you like, take malaria medicine from January to December. What is happening to you, the cancer that you are seeking, will still remain there. That is what it simply means. When your element is water, and each time you always perform the sacrifice of fire elements, you're wasting your time and your money. And that is the reason why so many people are having problems today. The better you know your element, know it correctly, the better for you. I will not advise you to know your element through Google. I will not advise you because they are not always right in that aspect. If you want to know your real elements, where you came out from, consult. Look for a very strong spiritualist who understand what he or she is doing on that line, on that aspect, or a very strong divya that can do that to you. And you can only know it based on your dates of birth, your year, the hour, and your name. They will have to trace back to know whether You are water, you are fire, you are earth, or you are air. In Igbo, they call it Afo, Orie, Mpo, and Deke. I don't know if you're understanding me. Now, after you must have done that stage, some people have been going astray. People have been telling them wrong thing. You will see somebody boasting, I'm water. And they said my element is water. And yet, you are not progressing. See, anybody that water is element water, they are the most progressive people on earth. They are the most progressive people on earth. So you will not say because of that, you start claiming what you are not. Or maybe where you do not belong to. The earlier you understand yourself, where you come out from, the better for you. That will make you to trace your problem. That will make you to know, to understand yourself very, very well. So, for example, Ano is what? Water. And that is why I am making this video right now, to clear the air. Water people, what they need to do, their lists of sacrifice, the things that they need to bring in the river where they're going to perform their water sacrifice. You know, some people, when you hear about sacrifice, it's not sacrifice of killing goats or maybe, no. The sacrifice I'm talking about is what? Appealing your elements, to ask them for more good things to come into your life, to ask them to open doors for favor. You know, the Bible said, give God what belongs to God and give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. There is tradition. Tradition has been there before Christianity, and tradition will still remain, whether you like it or not. So, if your element is water, there's some certain things that you're expected to do at least once in a while. You go to the river to perform and to appear your chi. If you're water, if you're fire, there is also the sacrifice. There are list of things in which you need to buy, that you need to use to go to do what? To appeal them. For people that their element is fire, you don't need to. There is no need of going to the river. There is a way they do that. But I am not going to be talking about fire people, earth and air, their list. I'm not going to be telling you their list. If you want to know, if you are short of your element, if you want to know the list, the thing that you need to buy for you to use, and go and then appear your chi after you must have done the first stage, which I have described, which I have taught on my first video. Now this is second stage. All these things you need to be doing so that it will clear road of success for you. When you are doing all these things, if you know your element and you stick to the sacrifice, what they require, nobody can be able to stop you when it comes to progress. Nobody can be able to hurt you if you know what you are doing in this aspect as a human being. And it's advisable that you know your element very well and that you know what you needed to use to go. Some people, they actually know their elements, but they have been going astray with the list of things that they needed to go to appeal their element, their chi. And when you go with wrong thing, they will not accept it. So it's better that you get a full list of the ingredient materials in which you need to use to appeal your chi based on your elements. Fire people have their list, earth people have their list, and air people have their list, water people have their list. So because I am water element, I am going to be discussing, telling you the list in which things that you need to buy if you are going to appear your chi on the water, on the river, things that you need to buy, the complete list. I am not hiding anything. Then if you are fire, if you want to know, contact me. I have a certain price that I normally take and the direction for that. But because I am water, I am giving this list for free. This list is list that people give with 100,000 naira, with 70,000, 80,000 naira. But here I am giving it free for those who are from water. Then if you're not from water, contact me. I will take a certain amount of money, which is not, it's not huge. Then I will tell you and I will direct you. So now, let me say this. If your elements are water, guys, it is not advisable that you just pick anything from the shop. And because they said your element is water, and therefore you should be sacrificing in the water, appeal your chick in the water, and then you just head from somewhere that you should be going with Fanta, and then just pick a bottle of Fanta and start going to the river. You want to kill yourself? Things are not done that way. You cannot do it. You cannot do it. If you are doing it, your name is sorry. So if your elements are water, there's some certain things, there's some certain things that you need to buy, and it must be complete, and it is a compulsory. Someone cannot tell you to go to the river alone to appeal your chi. This tripod, and you just go straight to the river alone. Don't even make that mistake, guys. If your elements are chi, and if you need to appeal your chi, if you need to ask them for more open doors, it's advisable that you go with a very strong spiritualist that understand what he or she is doing in that aspect. I don't know if you're getting me. And when you are going, make sure that your lists are complete and that you don't forget anything. Don't go alone. And if you are someone that is always afraid of entering river, please do not step down to that river. Do not allow your feet to step down there. Stay close. And then, before you start your prayer on that water, if your elements are water, let a spirituality that accompanied you to that place, let her ask on your behalf if you are acceptable to offer that sacrifice. Because when you are not accepted on that particular river, if you like, waste 1 hour time, waste 2 hours time in praying. After you pray, you carry your things where you carry, come, put there and go. Your problem will still remain there. So that is why I said, whenever you are going to the water, if your element is water, take a very good spiritualist that understand what he or she is doing in that aspect to go along with you. So that when people get there, she will first ask the river if you accepted, if they will accept your sacrifice. If they said no, that they will not accept you, that you should consult your village river. You have no option than to begin to consult them there. After you must have done consultation, you ask them again, that river, that state or capital or country river that you want to make that sacrifice, if they have accepted you, if they have said yes, they have accepted you, then you go ahead with your prayer. Now that is when the spiritualists have to, step back and then allow you to do your prayer. But before you do that, let the spiritualist ask the water if you accepted. And it's not a compulsory that you go to your village river and do that. You can stay anywhere you are residing, the most important thing is to go along with people with a strong spiritualist who understand and who read river spirit language or rivers language. Because if you go with Ofeke, people who doesn't understand what they're doing, but they claim, you're in trouble. Because at the end of the day, you will just waste whole of your time in achieving nothing. And even you are at risk. At that moment, you are staying there. So, but see, when you go with people or with persons that understand what he or she is doing in that aspect, after the conversation of the river, if they accepted you or not, you go ahead peacefully and do what you wanted to do. If you're afraid of river, don't touch let your leg not even touch there. Stay behind, make your prayer, and then quietly drop your items. And make sure that their items you are going with, they are what complete item. I am just explaining for those who their element are water. For those who their element are fire, they have their own step in which they need to follow. And it's not the same step and procedure of the water people. I don't know if you're getting me. So now for the water people, the full list I am going to be giving it here for free. So if you are going, if your water spirit, if your elements are water, if you want to go and appeal your chi in the water, if you want to go and ask them for more blessing, for more prosperity, for more open doors, there are some people that understand themselves that they don't joke with this. Some people, since they were born, they have never done any sacrifice to their elements, and yet they are living. All these progressive person you're seeing around, that is because they understand themselves. They know what they're doing. So from time to time, they go and do what? To appeal their chi, their element, where they come from. Whether you like it or not, everybody, every living soul, be it evangelist, be it bishop, have where they belong to, where they come out from. I don't know if you're getting me. And some people, because you have not identified where you come out from, things are being so difficult for you. You have been having some kind of financial challenges. You have done this, you have done that. At the end of the contract will just cut off. You know, trace your words, your elements, where you come out from. Go and appeal to them. Ask them to forgive you. Take what they need, go there and appeal them. You will see things will begin to move again in your life. Now, I don't want to go far. Let me not divert from what I want to do now. So for people who their elements are water, these are the list, the full list that it is a must and compulsory that you go with. Please, when you are going, don't go alone. Go with a very strong spiritualist. Go with 2 or 3 people. Don't go alone. This thing I'm telling you to appeal your chi, if you're water spirit, to appeal your chi, to go to the river is not a child's play. Eh? It's not a child. Someone must accompany you. In case city, I have had some story that a spiritualist actually accompany a lady to go and do some kind of water sacrifice, and then they didn't ask the water if the water accepted them or not, or who accept the woman. The woman had been looking for the fruits of the womb for like 15 years. And now, guess what happened? The spiritualists accompanied the young woman to the water to appeal their chi. And when they get there, the spirit of the woman that has been very angry with the woman for a very long time because she has never done that in her life before. So they went there. The ignorance of the spiritualist led her to her early grave. The spiritualist that led the woman to the water, they knocked her down immediately. The woman died, the spiritualist died, and the person that she accompanied remained alive. And after some few months, she conceived. So that is why it is advisable, if you're a spiritualist in this aspect, if you are going, if whenever you accompany anyone to any place, to any river, to go and appeal their tree, please ask that river if you people are accepted, if this particular person is accepted. If she is not accepted, there is also what you need to do. If you know what you're doing, you don't expect me to start saying it here, because it is assumed that you are a professional in that aspect. So when you go there, ask the river if you're accepted or not. And if you are not accepted, they will tell you to consult your village river, where that person come out from. And then you begin immediately with your item. That is why you need to go with a complete full items there. So now, let me list the item that you need to go, okay, to do that. As persons that come out from water, who their elements are water. So guys, number one ingredient, number one item is what? Guys, you need candle, white candle, not anyhow candle. You need pigeon, vibrant white pigeon. You need 3-head kola. 3-head kola. Yeah, ojugo. And you need 4-head kola. Ojubareno. You need white cloths. You need 999 incense. You need guiding angels incense. You need Tosolobia perfume. You need white hot drink, like good original shinap. Yeah, Obanga shinap, original shinap. Hot drink, white one. You need local egg, white local egg, complete white local egg. At least you need 7 or 5 local egg. You need edo. You need unzu, man and woman. You need chewing-gum and sweets. Now, the type of chewing-gum and sweet that you are going to be need, that is where people make a lot of mistake. You don't need this hot chewing-gum or anything that had menthol on it. Just thorough sweets, thorough sweetness, okay? Chewing-gum and sweets. You don't need anyone that has menthol on it. You need rice. You need beans. You need popcorn. You need cowries. You need money notes, any type of money note. You can decide to give them 100 naira, 200, depending on your pockets and where you want to do it. You need Fanta drink. You need original honey. You need red oil. And then you need banana. And then in all, where you gather all these things together, and then you pack it in a large white bowl. So after you must have done your consultation in the river and they accepted you, you begin to make your prayer. After making your prayer, you remove all of this list that I just mentioned in the nylon. Remember, no black thing will flow you down to the river. Please, do not use any black thing to pack all these lists down there. Use transparent white. Even if it's not white, use any other color of the bag to pack it. Okay? Please do not use black on it in this item. Anybody selling all these things should not use a black stain to tie all of these things. And besides, you must have to remove all this thing I just mentioned in nylon. Do you understand? Make it transparent. And then you need the biscuit. You need biscuits. So gather all these things together. And then after your prayer, you use your pigeon to pray and everything. You ask them for favor, you ask them for prosperity. And then you present your gifts. You drop those items inside the water together with the bowl. And then you step out. That is it. There is no two ways about it. Don't allow anybody to collect 300, 400,000, 250. Some will even collect such amount of money. And at the end, what the list they're going to be giving to you is not going to be a complete list. You see this that I just mentioned, they're all complete lists for those who want to appeal their chi, for those who want to pay in Roma, for those who want to ask for more goodies on their way. Then there is a different list for those who want to appeal their chi and for those who want to, separate their self from water spirit. You want to be alone, but it's not advisable for you to do that, because anybody doing that is as good as you are putting yourself in trouble, in the sense that the kind of hardship that you will face in this earth, you will be asking yourself, where have you gone wrong? Water spirit are the most gifted people. They are the most generous people. They are the most richest. They give a lot of goodies. They give wealth. So the reason why it seems like this spirit, some people understand as if anyone that has that spirit is having problem. No, that is because you have not done the right thing. From time to time, it's advisable that you go and appeal them. And then you see how progressive you are going to become. And some people, because of ignorance, they have separated them totally. And when they have done that, a spiritual who doesn't know what he or she is doing will not advise you to separate yourself totally, because you're not doing yourself good thing if you want to separate yourself totally. The kind of hardship, in fact, you will beg, before you will beg in this life to go back there again. If they have done the separation work for you, say they want to separate you totally from water spirit, and the person followed you, they done the separation and you don't know. After your deliverance, this and that, blah, 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 the hardship, men obunga hardship, begin to hammer you. No be person go tell you, say, something wrong is there. There is something wrong that you have done. So when you have water spirits, please do not allow anybody to deceive you that he or she want to separate you. The only thing that the person will help you to do is to do what? To appeal them. If you haven't done so for the very first time in your life, start doing it now, because it helps in opening doors. When you begin to do this thing once in a while, nobody can be able to close your door of income. Nobody can be able to hold your blessing. They will be there fighting for you. They will be there opening doors because you are giving them. You acknowledge them. You recognize them. These are the people that died in the water. So please, do not allow anybody to deceive you and ask you to separate yourself totally. Because when you do so, sorry is your nickname. The suffering you are going to be, that you will face, will be more than 100 times sufferness that you have been facing before in your life. Some people, I have done this, so even the water spirit, I have done it, I have spent my money, nothing is working. Oh my God. That is because, one, you are not going with the right item. Two, you are doing something wrong. Maybe your element are not water, your element maybe is fire, and then you are going to be performing water sacrifice, water appealment, while your element is fire. Does it correspond? No. So in everything you want to do concerning this element to yourself, please make sure that you know your right elements. If someone tell you that your element is water, look for another strong spirituality to confirm if it is actually water. Whereby there is two different results. Stay back and then look for another people that will do that for you until you get your rightful one. So that is why I have come to make this video, so that you will understand yourself. Some people have been going astray because of this wrong element and all that. Even when you know it, that yes, there is something like that existing, but you don't know that they can actually do it wrong by telling you wrong elements, telling you where you are, and whereas that is not where you belong to. I don't know if you're getting me. So for those who their elements are fire, they have their own list of sacrificial ingredients ingredient or material in which they need to use to appeal for that fire spirit. For those who their element are earth, they have their own list and their process. For those who their element are earth, they have their list and their process. So if you want to know all that, depending on where your elements, lies on, contact me. I will tell you, I will give you the full list, the day in which you need to go, and then the process. I don't do that for free. But the reason why I just made mention of all this list for water people is because I just want to give them a bonus, because I am also, Ano is what? Water elements. So it's a plus to water elements in the family. So when you want to go, take all this list, get all this material ready, and then take any of the strong spiritualists that understand what he or she is doing to accompany you to that river. Do not go alone to avoid story that touches Biko. At least go with 2 men and 1 woman and yourself. Okay? So guys, I hope you like this video. I hope you enjoy it. Please, if you don't understand anything, direct your question in the comment section. And if you need to reach me out for more further work on this, my number is 090 5982 5779. 090 So guys, that is the end of the video for today. Okay, I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. See you on my next video. Do have a wonderful week